Hey there, today I'm finally going to be talking about my favorite new leader that AMG has revealed in the form of a pretty arrogant guy that has a hand on fire. My name is Nate, and welcome to the Gamers Guild. Ever since about a year into this game, I noticed that there are some characters that have really strong status condition game, and that there are some really cool synergies that could be built around that. Then Blade came out, and you could almost build around his bleed condition engine along with characters like Drax and Hela, but it wasn't something that the entire team was really going to be able to benefit from. And now we have a new build around leadership to work with. So, as usual, I will start by talking about Strucker, and then take a bit of a deeper dive into the synergies that this team can play with to really maximize what they are capable of. Baron Strucker has the alter ego of Wolfgang von Strucker. He has 4 physical defense, 3 energy and mystic defense, and only 5 stamina. He does move medium and is size 2 for 3 threat. So all in all, nothing crazy for a 3 threat outside of a nice little bit that he is a 3 threat leader that allows for some more flexibility in the list building. Strucker only has 2 attacks. The first is an energy plasma blast that has a range of 3, strength of 5 for no power. It is a builder, so he will gain power equal to the damage dealt, and on a wild, the target character gains the incinerate special condition. So status effect number 1. And it's not even one that you'll see too often compared to something like Bleed. Next up is The World Is Mine. It is a physical attack with a range of 2, strength of 7 for 4 power. But for that sizable cost, for every damage dealt by this attack, Wolfgang gets to remove that much damage from himself as well. This attack is very similar to Venom's Spender, just less range and costs 1 more power, but Venom is also a higher threat, so it probably balances out pretty nicely. As we move into his superpowers, we have Death Spore Virus. It costs 2 power and says other characters within range 3 of this character gain the poison special condition. So another nasty condition, but be aware that this one does also hit friendly models as well, so be careful not to hit too many allies, but at the same time it could also work out. And then we have the Arrogance, which I am really excited about. It's a reactive ability that only costs 1 and can be used when this character attacks, and before you roll your dice. You then get to count your failure results in your attack roll as successful, as does your opponent on their defense roll though. So on the downside, your opponent gets to possibly see more successful results than normal, but as long as you are attacking with more dice than they have defense dice, the averages work out in your favor. Sure, there will be times where you didn't roll a skull and then your opponent rolls a couple, so suddenly your arrogance didn't pay off. But, well, that's just the dice. And speaking of dice inconsistency, Strucker also has Strategic Genius innate power that lets him and other allied characters within range 2 reroll 1 die during attack or defense rolls. The only other character have even a similar power is Baron Zemo, and his is also called Strategic Genius, which unfortunately means that you won't be able to stack these abilities together. But it does mean Hydra can fight on 2 fronts pretty well with 2 geniuses on the battlefield. Then finally, the Evil Baron also has Healing Factor 1, which is nice in combination with his Spender, letting him heal up a bit on one of his own turns. It is also worth noting, though, that there are no changes on his injured side. Before looking at his leadership, how does Strucker hold up as just a 3 threat with everything I've read off? Honestly, pretty well. His durability is above the curve for a 3 threat because he has a slightly higher base number on his physical defense, but then that reroll also basically means he is adding another die to all of those numbers anyways, which makes him seem closer to a 5-4-4 on defense. Healing Factor is also really nice both for the heals, but also because of the access to exceptional healing, letting Strucker weather a dice spike pretty well if you have some other Healing Factors characters in your list anyway. On the attacking side of things, well, his Spender can certainly feel like a trap at times with the high power cost, but for 5 power, a 7-die attack that sees successes on 5 out of the 8 sides of the dice, and you get a reroll is pretty strong. Plasma Blast is also nice to give Strucker some options at range and a variable attack type. While he does have some nice durability and some solid offensive output for a 3 threat, He doesn't have anything to help his action economy, like a charge or any form of movement attached to one of his attacks. As well, he doesn't have any displacement himself, so if you're looking to control a secure, you better just hope for some hot dice. Now, looking at him a bit more through the lens of him being a leader, there are new pros and cons that arise from it. If he is your leader, you can much more justifiably bring exceptional healing to save him from getting spiked on, because the downside he has is if Strucker gets into a brawl, he only has 10 total stamina, which means he's a leader that can probably get knocked out of the game a bit easier than you would like. So you are probably better off sticking to his range 3 plasma blasts until the fight comes to him rather than the other way around. Alright, so now let's take a look at this super long leadership. There are 2 parts to the Hydra High Council. First is once per turn after an attack made by an allied character is resolved, if the attack dealt damage, the allied character may use this leadership ability. Choose one special condition the allied character has. If the defending enemy character does not have the chosen special condition, it gains it, and then the allied attacking character loses that special condition. So this is a really nice way to dump off a status condition you are afflicted with yourself. Get rid of an annoying bleed, stun, shock, etc., and pass that burden over to your opponent. But where this leadership takes it up a notch is the second part of the ability. It says, additionally, once per turn when an enemy character gains a special condition, the allied character that caused the effect may remove 1 damage from itself. This second half can then be triggered by the first half. So not only are you getting rid of something you don't want anyways, you also get to heal. But that's far from the only way you can use the healing side of this ability. You will have characters that hand out status conditions with their attacks, like Strucker and his Plasma Blast, characters who can hand out special conditions with superpowers, like Groot, Mr. Sinister, or, again, Mr. Wolfgang. Granted, it's only 1 health per turn, but it can definitely add up, especially if you're playing on a Crisis like Extremis consoles. Not to mention when you also have characters that can do it during the opponent's activation. Venom with his counterattack can guarantee a bleed condition and then heal 1. Then there are also characters like Ronin and Scarlet Witch who can hand out Judgment and heal themselves in the process. But my favorite pick for this spot has to go to Omega Red. In addition to Omega Red being able to heal off of his own builder, Red will poison anyone within range 2 of him once they end their activation. Just double move him onto a point where your opponent needs to be, and when they end their activation, they'll get poison, and Arcady will get to heal 1. All of the healing that Red can get between this and his builder, combined with his innate damage reduction, will make him a pain to take down. Not to mention there are other affiliated members who have several status conditions to throw out anyways. Zola, who I'll cover in a bit more depth soon, can toss out Bleed, Shock, Slow, or Stun on his builder. Viper has access to Stun, Slow, and Poison, and Baron Zemo has plenty of bleeds to give out, as does the Winter Soldier, if he ends up being affiliated to Hydra. So just even with a core selection of 2 Barons and Zola, you have a 9-point core that all synergizes around this game plan and leaves plenty of room for different splash characters. And if you ever need another affiliated member, Viper will finally have somewhere nice to play. I'm sure once I have 10 or so games in with this new team, I'll have a roster breakdown so you guys can see what I have done and see if it's something you would be interested in giving a shot yourself. Here at the end of the video, I want to give a couple of shoutouts to the guild sponsors, Tritex Games and War Room Hobbies, which are both local gaming stores that host game nights, events, and the like, as well as offering MCP miniatures at a bit of a discount. If you shop with them, you can use the code TRITEXGGCP5 at checkout when shopping with Tritex to save an extra 5% off, and if you're doing a pre-order, that'll get you up to like 25% off, so very nice there. And the code MCP2022 will get you an extra 10% off of your order from War Room. So if you are wanting to get your hands on this awesome new leader, or just any of the other World War II lineup and are shopping online anyways, consider using these stores and discounts to help out an LGS. However, if you're already shopping from your LGS, that's awesome, keep supporting them, yes. But if you're still wanting a way to support the Guild's videos or podcast and what we're doing, check out the Patreon page. It isn't anything too crazy, but it gives you access to the Guild Hall Discord page and helps us to continue on working on new projects and content. And speaking of, thank you to all the members of the Guild Hall who are supporting what we do here. After some delays because of really bad Wi-Fi in the room where I film, I'm running an Ethernet cable through our crawl space to our garage so we can get a better connectivity for the stream, and I guess what is our studio. We also have a monthly giveaway though, thanks to Tritex. All you need to do to enter is be subscribed to the channel and leave a comment on a video the same month that that video was released. And since this is the first week of September, we'll do August's drawing right now. All right, and here we go. From EST 1987, the fact that Malekith is practically in every list I see makes you not want to play the game. Long gone are the days of fun, casual, Marvel-themed tabletop game with MCP. Man, I don't know what to say other than I disagree. He's not in every single list, and if you're looking for a casual group, you just say, hey, don't play with Malekith, please, or just have that conversation beforehand. I'm pretty sure you will find plenty of people who are willing to accommodate that. But thank you so much for watching and commenting. I will reach out to you. Congratulations, and thank you so much for watching, commenting, and all that stuff. I'm sure it does something with an algorithm, or I don't know. As always, if you've enjoyed my thoughts and are new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for a weekly dose of MCP content in the form of reviews, battle reports, and other MCP goodness. And I'll also say if you're looking for a reason to enter this contest anyway, let me know what status condition character you are excited to put out with the new Baron Strucker. Thank you all for watching, and until next time, keep on gaming.